Hello there, Internet, and welcome to June 2026's Steam NextFest demo coverage for the Metroidvania subgenre. I played a demo for Torii back when it was just called Torii. There was no subtitle to it, and I wasn't a fan. It was kind of pretty, but from what little I remember, it was forgettable, and its combat felt kind of rubbish. But there's a new demo out. It's taking part in this Steam Next Fest. Actually, was the original demo part of a previous Next Fest? Let me just quickly look this up live, because that's how I rock and roll. Obviously, I haven't started the timer yet, so that's fine. I'm assuming it was probably part of a previous Next Fest, which is interesting. No, it wasn't. I was going to say, because it was December 2025. So this is 6 months later. Let's see what kind of progression has been made since then. A lot of people watched that video, interestingly enough. One thing that I will say, it's my understanding that you can only ever be in one Next Fest. I'm sure it says that somewhere on the Next Fest developer page. I'm not sure that that's actually been adhered to particularly strictly. I'm reasonably certain I've seen games in multiple Next Fest, but maybe I'm wrong. Either way, generally speaking, if you're going to put your game in Next Fest, you gotta be, well, I would think you've got to be pretty close to being ready for release. So we got 30 minutes on the clock. Let's see whether Beyond the Gates has improved. We'll start a new game.
From the beginning, or at least as far back as I remember, it was always just the two of us.
I don't remember any of this, so
In
this
any of our
is either
lives.
new or...
That's all we ever needed. Inseparable. And set against the universe, we were each other's champions. And bittersweet rivals. That's simply how it was. And how I thought it was going to always be. And then, it wasn't. While we waited for our next rebirth, something terrible happened. I don't know if the fate saw fit to separate us, or if it was his own free will when we separated. I could not tell, but I saw him disappear into that gate. If it was their hands pulling him by force, or simply guiding him along. But we have gone to 1,000 lives together. For me to risk the chance that he was taken from me by force. Fates be damned. I must find my brother.
Okay. Slightly melodramatic, but as a setup, I'm fine with it. Nice artwork. Oh, there we go. Somewhat long load times. Where am I? I don't see my brother here anywhere. How long has it been in this realm since he was reborn here? Find Torii, your brother. So I'm just taken aback by the little sinky animation when we hit the ground. There's no D-pad control. Right, that's... I vaguely recall that was an issue in the first demo, that it was all massively out of sync audio-wise. Could you hope this world yearns for... I have nothing to do with this world, I'm looking for my brother. That won't do. I sense a deeper conflict within you. Let's test your skill. Action button to attack. Left trigger to dodge. Right trigger to parry. Oh, we don't have any kind of rebindable controls. Don't know whether I mentioned that in the previous demo. What was that? How did you make that copy of me? I don't want to fight your weird fight. Easy there. Your answers will come along the journey you must undertake. What journey? You've been pulled by the fates to undertake a great task in this world. Nice. I don't want to save anything except your brother. Okay, so that combat still feels kind of shit. I'm going to be honest. The fact that the sound effects are out of sync doesn't help. Except it's not the sound effects, is it? It's the voice effects. Because the sword effects are absolutely fine. Quests. Pay attention to the details. The tasks are not always clear. So, we need rebindable controls. We need input icons. Yeah, the... Oops. Yeah, that little shift. Can you see that? When you land versus when you settle. Why is that a thing? It's almost like it can't quite decide whether you've got collision or not. So you're just easing the player down. The parallax is too fast. Far too fast, actually. Jump against most walls to climb them. You can jump over them again whenever you want. Is this some kind of sign? No. Oh, that voice thing is really annoying. Common key? What a strange door. Okay, so it's doing the Torii thing of needing multiple keys. No, there we go. I haven't watched my previous video on this. I know I wasn't particularly positive about the game, but I haven't been and checked what exactly it was that I said. Well, I will say this now. The art is really nice. But the combat is shite. There's absolutely no feeling of impact whatsoever. But the artwork and the animations are really nicely done. It feels like this was a game made by animators. Animation first. Another sign. What is this? Some kind of shopping list? Whoa. Oh, I remember this from the previous demo. That's not been blacked out properly. I don't know whether this has changed. It's possible that... Oh, was this the game with the weird camera flickering? An altar? I should take the opportunity to rest here for a little while. Pray on shrines, not at them. On them. I think this might have been the game where the camera was flickering all over the place. It at least seems to be better. I haven't seen you before. You look like a traveller, the kind who doesn't stop easily. I'm searching for someone. My path isn't over yet. And this will be useful. Take this map and this canvas. When you search for whoever you're after, you can record what you find. You can share your work with a stranger. You're not a stranger. You're someone who will reach places I haven't yet. I draw the world. You can help me complete it. Then our paths will be bound together in every discovery. Map. The map reveals the areas you have explored. Yes, I know how a map works. Thank you. Right. Here is our map. I like the art style. I appreciate the completion tracking in the on the left-hand side. Yeah, that is a good quality map. The UI is nicely put together. We've got a few too many font choices for my personal taste, but that's not a massive issue. It's a little bit rough, but it's workable. Oh, the spike's there. Yeah, they need to work on the sound. Oh no, it is still doing the camera thing. Oh, these guys. I remember these guys. I remember the fact that this flying bird guy has got a different thickness line art to the other NPCs. Yeah, this is starting to come back to me. Uh-huh. Double jump. Oops. Jump straight into that. Oh, there is contact damage. It takes a very long time to die. It feels like there's a lot of sound effects missing. Things that you would expect to have sound effects do not have sound effects. Behold, combat. Flying enemies that just back away. How fucking exciting. That's how it's done. Oh, is that it? Hermitage strength? Wonderful. Shines brightly and lights the way. There's a lot of aliasing on some of this stuff. Can you see on the chest there? It's because the line art is too thin for the camera zoom that you have chosen, the camera distance. What is this place? Do you have the power to make you worthy of this trespass? Probably not. Oh, that's really unclear as to what is a platform and what is not. Yeah, there's no sound effects for stuff like the explosions. An uncommon key? I need more than one, I guess. I'm gonna call this here, folks. I'm getting absolutely nothing from this. This is their third demo. And there's no release date or anything for this, which is probably for the best. But this just feels so bare bones currently. And that feels really weird to say because clearly a lot of care and attention has been put into the artwork. The artwork is wonderful. It is beautifully drawn. There's lots of really nice animations, but everything gameplay related feels incredibly lackluster and bare bones. Still, I was really hoping that after the 6 months that it's been since I last played a demo for this, that how to phrase this? As I said at the start, I haven't been back and watched my previous video. And the idea behind not doing that anytime I play it, like a second demo or a third demo for the game, is so that I can just come into it with fresh eyes. But the problem is that this has reminded me of the critiques and criticisms that I had of that previous demo, which shows that improvements haven't been made. In other words, the things that I thought were issues, the devs don't see as issues, which shows the direction that they are going in. You know, I've heard a number of other people say that the previous demo that they played for this just didn't feel good. This demo has been out like a couple of days, I think. Did it say it was out on the 14th or was it the 12th? 12th. So it's been out for 4 days. So this is 6 months of improvements, and I don't feel anything in terms of improvements. This, you know, I can't remember exactly how this gameplay felt, but we've got no rebindable controls. We've got basic things lacking sound effects. We've still got the camera flicking out. Yeah, okay. That time to die is still ridiculous. Right. This was on my wish list. It is now leaving my wish list. You have had 2 demos at this point to impress me with what you were going for. You have failed. I hope that other people in my very limited audience finds more enjoyment in this than I have. There's some wonderful, wonderful visuals here. But as I was telling people in Discord the other day, I don't rate games on my Metroidvania tier list based on how good they look. You know, a good looking game might get me to download the demo in the first place, but in terms of how a game goes onto my tier list, it is based purely on how much fun I'm having with the game, and this is providing me with no fun, because there's too many things that are just at the back of my mind saying, this doesn't work, this should be this should be doing that, why is there no sound effect there, why is the voice sound effect out of sync still after 6 months, why this, why that. It's just like wonderful visual style, everything else in dire need of work. It's in dire need of playtesting. It's in dire need of the devs listening to players and saying, yeah, these things aren't working, do something about them as a matter of importance. But they've had 6 months and they have not. Thank you for watching, folks. Again, if the devs by any chance do watch this, really love your artwork and animations, but you've got a long way to go for everything else. To everybody else who's watching, thank you for doing so, and have yourselves a wonderful day. Onwards to the next demo. Cheerio! Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio!